Is your skin tired and dry?
There's a salve for that.
Do itches occur in strange places?
There's a salve for that.
Is your behind plagued with boils?
There's a salve for that.
Well, hey there, I'm Big Bob Salve, and down here at King Salve's Salve Emporium, we got all the prices to cure your lices. You feel rashy and trashy?
There's a salve for that.
You feel itchy and bitchy?
There's a salve for that.
Your poons smell like doom?
There's a salve for that.
You got goat's butt?
There's a salve for that.
Does your wife's face look like a puckered cat's ass?
There's a salve for that.
Down here at King Salve's Emporium, there's a salve for everything. We can eradicate and eviscerate all your skin displeasures. Come on down to King Salve's Salve Emporium, and remember,
there's a salve for that.
whoa, shit. Welcome back again to the Good Old Gamers Podcast. We're here with you on March 30th, year of our Lord 2016. I'm Lyle McClendon. I'm here, joined as always, with my partner in crime, Mr. Brandon Gentry.
Go fuck yourself, everyone.
You sound a little nicer this week. I take it that this week you've rested well on your new pillow you received. Did you get that yet?
I'm gonna order a knife that's made just for you.
Does it have USB capabilities?
Yes.
Cool. Could make Friday 13th game a whole more
hell yeah
role-playing like.
Hooks right into the Oculus.
Ooh. Sounds like a horror movie waiting to happen.
Yeah, it is.
Episode 51 of the Good Old Gamers Podcast. We're gonna kick it off as always. We're recording a little late this week.
Yep.
The day before again, just because life happens. So
life sucks.
Life is a bitch and then you die.
Yeah.
Anywho, brighter things. We're gonna kick it off as always with some news. Were you aware that they're doing a Shadow of the Beast remake?
No.
It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and it comes out on May 17th.
Cool. Does it look decent?
I have not seen jack shit about it. I actually did not even know it existed until today. That's how out of the loop I am.
Yeah, I'm pretty out of it too, because I'm a loser. I don't have a PlayStation 4.
I ain't gonna lie, I've defected to some Minecraft here lately.
I've noticed that. Tell us about your adventures in the world of Minecraft.
Literally, all I do is, I've always been super fascinated with like tornadoes and shit, and I literally went and bought Minecraft to get the tornado and dynamic weather mod that's out, and it's pretty badass. You have a little storm tracker, tornado siren and shit, and it causes tornadoes in scale from like F0 to F5 to like spawn up, and it fucking lays waste to the landscapes and shit. You can see a direct path where tornadoes went through. Like all the trees will be missing all the leaves and just be like sticks and shit and dirt. Like it blows all the grass and everything away. I got a zombie mod too, where a horde of zombies just stand outside my door and I watch the tornado come by there and just suck all the zombies up and like, throw them away. And I was like, well, good. Thanks, God.
Well, there's no shame in playing Minecraft. There's only shame in watching Minecraft.
Yeah, there's a difference.
I don't understand. So many children, both my stepson used to, but I know so many others that will sit there and watch Minecraft. People play Minecraft. I'm like, you have the
some
game.
of those kids' videos, man, have like 200,000 plus to a million views.
They're not doing anything special. They're just playing Minecraft. It's just I don't mind streaming, but I don't get the appeal of watching it when I could play it myself. Because I'd rather play a game than watch someone else play a game.
There's a lot of people who enjoy watching games more so than playing them, I've noticed.
No, I don't mind seeing something if something's particularly impressive or just like
I don't mind. I watch speedruns. I like
watching
watching speedruns and shit just because I like speedrunning, so I like seeing what kind of tactics.
That's the best way to learn is seeing how the people who are doing it good, how they do.
But like watching people when they stream a new game that's out. I mean, I might watch some of that if I'm curious about the game.
Yeah, I'll look up some if I'm like wanting to see gameplay footage because I don't care about trailers at all. Trailers lie.
Yeah, they show you all the cool shit from the game. Yeah,
and it's 99% cinematics that has no bearing on the game at all other than like maybe story. It's something I've been like really pounding home to my kids. They'll see every fucking game commercial on TV. Oh, that looks cool. I want that game. I'm like,
it's probably a piece of trash.
Yeah, I'm like, that game sucks. Most likely.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, news-wise, we talked about that leaked NX controller. Turns out it's a hoax,
It was false. Thank goodness.
It's a number of different people were in on it at various points during it, and they've all just pretty much admitted that it's a hoax. And yes,
I'm pretty sure that controller is going to end up more in the line of like a 3DS or something.
I hope so.
Or maybe a kind of like an offshoot design of the current Wii U controller.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's using that same hardware kind of, or not hardware, but that same kind of Wii U design, but just beefing up the hardware.
Yeah.
Because since you're talking about NX, I seen a report come out the other day. Apparently, the dev kits are out.
Yeah.
And they're saying from, judging like the dev kit ability and functionality and all that, like the NX may end up being as powerful, they're saying, as the PlayStation 4.
Which is strange because earlier in the year we had that leaked survey thing, which is nothing but rumor, but it said it was going to be weaker than the Wii U. So I don't know. We really won't know until they finally reveal it.
I really don't think though they're going to do something weaker than the Wii U.
Yeah,
because Nintendo is already suffering from backpedaling quite a bit.
They did say that. Again, this is rumor, but it's going to be a console handheld hybrid. Maybe the handheld part is weaker than the Wii U, and that's what we're saying. And when he put it together with the console, it's more powerful than the PS4 or something like that. I could see that.
It's going to be interesting because it's literally going to be a make or break thing for Nintendo, I think.
Yeah.
As far as like console wise.
Another rumor that kind of got squashed. We also talked about how they were going to stop production on the Wii U. And they countered that claim, but they didn't outright say it was false.
They just said Nintendo pretty much just said they don't acknowledge rumors.
Yeah, I got a quote that says, from the next quarter and thereafter as well, production of the Wii U is scheduled to continue. So that just means till the end of quarter 2, am I right? Didn't we just enter quarter 2 or round about? So, quarter 3 and 4, who knows? It doesn't make sense for them to continue the production of it if they release the NX early this year, because like historically, like with the GameCube, the Wii U is kind of in the same spot as the GameCube. Didn't sell well. It's just kind of so-so, and they stopped the GameCube production almost as soon as the Wii came out.
Oh yeah, well that's hence the reason because all the Wii's coming out had the backwards capability of playing the Wii games, or the GameCube games. Even the old Wii's had the fucking 4 GameCube ports in them.
Yeah. And, the Wii was wildly successful. Like, completely blew away the 360 and the PS3. And they continued production of that well into the Wii U's lifespan. I think that probably actually hurt the Wii U. Because parents go to the Walmart to buy their kids a new console. They say the Wii for like, $120?
Dude, I heard this shit firsthand at Walmart the other day. Me and Emerald were in there getting groceries shit, and of course I went by the video game section. I've been really ogling those Lego Dimensions Ghostbusters. Not for the game. I just want the figures. They got a Terror Dog and Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Lego.
Okay,
and I'm like,
it's cool for that.
I want that on my shelf. But I was looking at them, and there was a little kid, dude. Literally, it kind of warmed my heart in a way, because this little kid probably couldn't have been like, it warmed my chalice dark heart. He probably couldn't have been 3 or 4. He was a little kid. And he walked up and bypassed the Xbox shit, bypassed the PlayStation shit, and went directly to the Nintendo stuff and was like, that's Mario, that's Yoshi. And he was like, I want that game. And I heard his mom being like, no, you don't have a Wii U, you have a Wii. You got to get these games over here. And he's like, but I don't want any of those games. I want this one. She's like, well, they had to come out with a new one, so you don't have that one. And that's literally what that woman was saying, you know? So, I mean, that's the truth.
And, yeah.
To a degree.
For how long did they make the Wii into the Wii U lifespan? Like a year at least, if not 2?
A year or 2, yeah.
Because
they released that mini Wii.
Yeah.
You know, the one that didn't have the GameCube shit.
Right.
Didn't even have online support because they had already shit-canned the Wii store at that point.
Yeah. You know, parents and grandparents who aren't in the know on this shit, they go to Walmart to get their kids something for Christmas and they say Wii U, $300. The Wii for like $100, $120. Of course they're going to go with the Wii. They don't know the fucking difference. I think the Wii uses some kind of special...
deluxe version or something.
Yeah.
It's got that big-ass controller.
Yeah. So they kind of fucked themselves on that. Same with the new 3DS shit. I fucking hate it. It makes shit so confusing.
You know, I'm glad you bring that up because I really want to... I don't talk about piracy a whole lot on here because it is what it is. But this is one gripe that really chafes my fucking ass. I'm a hardcore 3DS supporter. I love my 3DS. I play my 3DS just as much as I do any other console I have.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I seen one thing that I noticed, I have a bunch of virtual console titles on my 3DS.
Yeah.
NES, Game Boy, got some Game Gear games, some WiiWare shit, or not WiiWare, but indie games on, you know, Nintendo servers. I was wondering where the Super Nintendo games were. So I seen where they announced that Earthbound, Super Mario World, F-Zero, and all this shit was out on 3DS. And I was like, fuck yes. I'll buy A Link to the Past again. I'll buy Super Mario World again just to have them with me.
Yeah.
Only available on the new 3DS. And Nintendo pretty much said the reason it's only available on the new 3DS is because the new 3DS has a faster processor than my 3DS. It can handle the Super Nintendo games better. This 3DS can't handle Super Nintendo games. I want to call bullshit on Nintendo. I had a motherfucking R4 Revolution card, which is a hack card for the original DS Lite. My original DS Lite would play fucking Super Nintendo games without a hitch.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit on their part. Bullshit. I know it's possible. It's just a fucking... You know, they got me being like, God, now I got to upgrade to the new Nintendo 3DS.
And I think also there could be somewhat of a legit reason too, because when it comes down to emulators, there's
That's true. They're not the most profoundly working things all the time.
Yeah, but like the emulators me and you use, and probably a lot of other people still use, or especially the older versions of emulators aren't just emulators; they're simulators. Emulating is accurately reproducing all the code, while simulating is trying to simulate the gameplay experience to the T. They're probably coming at it from emulation standpoint, and to accurately emulate something 100%, even an old Super Nintendo game, is pretty damn intensive.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's why
there's still a lot of SNES games you can't play on emulators.
Yeah,
even.
And N64, like top end PCs now, would barely chug it along at 100% true emulation because it's so fucking intensive. Because you're basically running a virtual fucking processor. It's a lot of shit to it. But it's also one of the things that kind of pissed me off in the emulation community, like with MAME, which I'm starting to get into because I'm working on my own arcade cabinet.
Yes. Welcome to the world of arcade ownership, Brandon.
Yay! A lot of work. But like Blitz, Gauntlet Legends, Gauntlet Dark Legacy, a lot of these
beefier games.
Yeah, shit that even though it's beefy compared to like Street Fighter and stuff, it's not that impressive. But because the emulation devs decided to go the 100% true emulation route, it's hard as fuck to play those games without a super fucking computer. If they were to go on the simulation route, yes, it wouldn't be 100% arcade perfect for them, but you could play the fucking games. You know, to me, it don't matter how well the code is emulated if I can't fucking play the game.
That's true. If it's a broken game, there's no fucking reason to play it.
Yeah, I don't give a shit what's running behind the fucking screen. I don't give a shit. The code is 100% fucking perfect. If I can't play the game, I can't play the game. That's not emulating the arcade experience. So suck a dick. See,
and that is all he had to say about that.
More Nintendo news. Star Fox 64 is dropping in the Wii U Virtual Console, and it's going to be discounted half off until Star Fox Zero hits.
I will own it.
Me too. So it's one of the first things I looked for when I was looking through the Virtual Console when I got a Wii U. I got to have Star Fox 64.
Star Fox 64 and Mario Kart 64 are the first two I looked for, and neither one were there to be found.
After playing Ocarina of Time and Mario 64 on it, I'm kind of having second thoughts about it because the C-stick. C buttons.
I have Mario 64 on my Wii U, and the camera system is uber fucking frustrating on there.
Because you don't have C buttons.
You got to use that right analog stick, and it's not the same.
It's very easy to hit the wrong C button trying to use the analog stick. And especially like in Ocarina of Time.
We got to assign your items to C buttons.
And it's very easy to waste items by trying to click the right item at the time. I can't recall in Star Fox, what was the C buttons? Was it like bombs and shit, I think? It's been so long since I played it.
Was the C buttons like barrel rolling?
I thought that was your shoulders.
I can't remember. Dude, it's been so long since I played Star Fox 64.
Yeah, I haven't played it since I was like 14, so...
I ran it and beat it when it come out, and that's literally probably the last time I played it.
Yeah, it's been a while. But, the C-stick woes, or C-button woes, are there. Really, it'd be best if you could play it with a GameCube controller, because at least the C stick on there has like
designated areas
kind
to slide to.
Kind of a restrictor plate almost. Like you can put it straight up, straight left, right, or down. So it'd be a lot easier with that. But
maybe they should just release an N64 controller for Wii U.
Maybe they should. There's already like 3 gazillion fucking controllers for it.
That'd be the tits.
What's one more?
That'd be the tits.
It would be the tits.
Just release like $100 controller that you could build to be an NES, SNES. I would pay $100 for that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, the transformer of controllers.
Get on that shit, Nintendo.
Yeah,
we know you're listening.
You got anything else?
Somebody used glitches on Super Mario World to make a Flappy Bird clone. Yeah, I thought you'd be excited to hear that.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I love it. I love Flappy Bird so much.
Did you see any of the shit Bethesda announced about the Fallout 4 survival?
No.
If you have Fallout 4 on Steam now, I think you can download the beta to play the survival mode. Like, they just showed some of the stipulations that go with it. Like, if you break a limb, obviously it doesn't heal itself anymore. You can get sick now. You have to craft, like, antibiotics and shit.
Oh, good. More scavenging.
You can get all kinds of sickness. They're actually... fast travel is disabled. You can only save now when you sleep in a bed. It depends on what kind of bed you sleep on. If you sleep on a nice bed, it does so much for you. If you sleep on a piece of shit, it does so much less for you. Like, all that shit matters. Food, something else. There's like a bunch of costs now, like companion costs and
more scavenging.
Yep. All kinds of shit.
That's one of the things that turned me off of that game. So much fucking scavenging. I mean, there's always been that element in Fallout because it's a survival game, but it is off the fucking charts for Fallout 4 because all the shit you can make in the towns and all that kind of fuckery. That's just, I don't want to play Scavenger the game. I want to play the Nuclear Wasteland survival game. So that's why it gets a solid C- to C+ for me.
Nice. Somebody's going to attack you for that, Brendan.
I'm sure they are. You got anything else?
Nah, I'm dried up.
I wanted to talk about Pokken Tournament a little bit. I finally got around to getting my hands on that.
Go for it. I'm eager to hear about it.
So we've talked about it. I figure our listeners want to know because not everyone gets these games as soon as they come out. Fuck, I wouldn't have my stepson hadn't have bought it with his birthday money.
Who talked him into that?
I may have guided his hand a little bit, but yeah, he's got it, so therefore I got it. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. I'll list off the Pokemon you can play. You can play as Charizard, Pikachu Libre, which is a Luchador Pikachu,
Nice.
Which,
it is the Lord's chips.
Which I will say is probably the coolest character just because one of his special moves is the Stone Cold Stunner.
Nice.
It's pretty gnarly being able to Stone Cold Stun a Charizard or something as Pikachu.
Nice.
Machamp, Gengar, Mewtwo, Shadow Mewtwo, Suicune, Sceptile, Blaziken, Gardevoir, Garchomp, Lucario, Weavile, Chandelure, and I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Braxu, little fire fox cunt. Anyways, that's all the characters, and you have to unlock Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo. It does come if you get the first press, and it comes with a amiibo card that will unlock Shadow Mewtwo, like while you're playing. So if you want to use it every game, you gotta go over there and swap your card, or you can unlock it through the in-game achievements permanently. It does have a leveling system to it, so the more you play through single player and shit, you can level up your main Pokemon, and that only matters really in single player and a mode called Extra Battle, which takes into account your levels and stats. I don't know why anybody would really want to play against other people that way, but it's there if you want to. The game, like it's everyone knows, it's touted to be Pokemon plus Tekken, but they added another element to it that I'm not a big fan of. The game consists of the fights consist of two phases that you swap between a lot, called Field Phase and Duel Phase. Duel Phase is your typical single plane fighter like Tekken and stuff, where you're on the left, the opponent's on the right, or vice versa, and you just go back and forth and attack each other, do your combos and shit. Field Phase is a full 3D movable phase where you can just run around the little arena and attack each other, and that really, to me, it takes away from the fighter feel of it. It just adds an extra step to it that it really didn't need. I guess they were trying to do something new, but it just didn't really work, in my opinion. It's not bad, but it's just like, why did you do that?
It takes away from it feeling like a Tekken game.
Yeah, it does. And it doesn't make it feel more like a Pokemon game, because you don't do that in Pokemon. So that part kind of fell on its face, but it's not bad. One of the biggest downfalls of that is when you're playing local co-op, or not co-op, local battles. Mm-hmm. Just you and a buddy on the couch. Because of the field mode, you can't both play watching the TV screen. One person's got to watch the gamepad because the camera can't be the right view for both Pokemon and field mode. So that has consequences with having to split the gameplay up between gamepad and TV, and it lowers the frame rate to I don't recall what it was. It's less than 60, so it's automatic trash in the eyes of a lot of the PC master race.
Yeah,
even I'm not that way, but I understand there's a lot of people. It's not 60 frames per second. It sucks. Okay.
I'm glad you noticed all that.
If that's all that makes a good game, then go play the Atari for the rest of your life, because you'll get 60 frames. But yeah, the combos and stuff, they're all pretty good. The game's fairly simple. You got your basic attacks. I think there's your normal attack, then there's like a ranged attack, and then there's almost a sort of a mobile attack, like different Pokemon do it in different ways. Like Garchomp will go underground and pop up under you, and other Pokemon teleport and shit. You got your block, you got counter, which is, I think it's X and A or some shit like that, was the counter move. And then the other two are grab moves. So if they're spamming block, you can grab them, throw them around. And it's almost like a rock, paper, scissors game in that respect, too.
Yeah.
The single player is obnoxiously easy for a long time. It's like it does get difficult. It does get very difficult later in the game, but you're going to go through like 40 matches of the opponent barely hitting you. I don't know why they decided to make it so easy for so long. I understand giving kids time to get used to the game, but it was so fucking easy that I think I never got hit for the first 20 matches. I just barreled through them, and I know it really I almost crushed my stepson's ego because he's like, I'm really good at this game, and then he played against the harder CPU and just annihilated him.
You only thought that.
Yeah, because he was playing against Pokemon that just sat there and would occasionally throw a punch. So the single player is boring for a really long time. Honestly, I don't see a whole lot of value in the single player anyways, being a fighting game. I would much rather play online. I haven't got to play with online play yet because I've just been playing locally. So I can't speak to any issues. I do know that punishes rage quitters. So there's that. I know Street Fighter's got a big issue with that right now.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've read before is they've had a lot of issues with people rage quitting before they lose, and because there's no punishment in the rankings, they can pretty much go up the rankings undefeated. But
that's fucked up.
Yeah, so at least Poken's got that covered. I can't recall the exact punishment, but basically you lose some ranking and points or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, that's about it. See, yeah, all the different Pokemon they seem fairly balanced. I've heard from our buddy Juice that if you play online, pretty much the only Pokemon you play against are Suicune and Lucario. I don't know if they're somehow overpowered.
They're the OP characters.
Or I know that Lucario is very easy to play with because he's basically Ryu from Street Fighter plus Keelik from Soul Calibur. Both, especially Keelik, not so much Ryu. Keelik was the cheese dick fucking staff wielder in Soul Calibur that you could spin, kind of lengthy attacks with. And you can do the same with him. He makes like a bone club out of light, basically, like a really long staff type thing, and you can spam the fuck out of it. One thing that me and Juice and Ricky figured out is there's the one character, Chandelier. Anyone who's not really familiar with it, it's a Chandelier-looking Pokemon. He has very spammy ranged attacks, and if you're playing a really melee-oriented character like Machamp, it's very easy as Chandelier to just fucking kite and spam. Just run around in field mode and spam all these fucking lasers and homing missile balls and all kinds of shit.
Oh, that sucks.
Now, it could be just because we didn't know how to close the gap with Machamp because we're kind of new to it. But it seemed like a really cheesy tactic. Just run around and spam that shit. It kind of looks like that might be the why people pick Suicune, the legendary Ice Dog thing.
Yeah.
Because he's also very ranged spammy oriented. He's got a big death laser and shit. Oh, another big aspect of this is you got this energy bar called a Synergy Bar, and it works like the ultimate moves in Street Fighter and the X-ray moves in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, charge them up and use it for one big-ass attack.
You charge it up as you deal damage or as you get dealt damage. And when you use it, your Pokemon kind of transforms for a little while and gets more powerful. But on top of that, if you pop it again while you're in that form, it's just a one-off super special attack. And it's pretty much you get your opponent down to half life if you want to hit that, so you kill them. But the animations and shit for that's pretty cool. I know Shadow Mewtwo, he ends up, I think he flies up outside the Earth and does a fucking Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha into the Earth against the other Pokemon. Pikachu Libre shocks the fuck out of the opponent and puts him in the middle of a ring that he summons out of the ground and just shocks him from all four corner posts.
Nice.
So they all got pretty cool animations for that. Another thing is you got a support team, which are preset pairs of Pokemon that you get to help you out during the match. My favorite was Eevee plus some little frog Pokemon. I'm not familiar. It's a newer one. But they both have their own cooldown timer, which various things can shorten the cooldown. But when you pop them, each one has a different ability. Eevee will heal you a little bit and make you a little stronger. that little frog Pokemon. I think he spits water or something. I know there's a Lapras, which like surfs into the battlefield and pretty much it deals minor damage and knocks them down. So it's adds another layer of depth there. That's kind of cool. And I think that's one of the reasons you would want to play single player is to unlock more of those combinations. But yeah, that's about it. It's a pretty solid game.
So, if you were going to recommend it to me to buy, it's something worth forking $60 down for.
If you're down for a Tekken style game plus Pokemon, then yeah.
Cool. I'm always down.
If you don't like Pokemon or Tekken, steer clear. Or unless you just really like fighters, then it's a solid fighter. If we end up finding enough people with systems and games, we may try to run a tournament at Game Fest. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool. That's a definite idea.
But yeah, that's it for news/poking, I guess.
That's it. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do what's in your hands for this week.
What is in your hands?
I figure since it's been a busy fucking week and I didn't really get time to prepare, we could just do a little chatting about the Gameboy Camera.
Let's do it.
The Gameboy Camera come out in 98, I think.
The original selfie stick.
I want to know for...
It was amazing and awful.
Yeah, it was awful, but at the time, it was... Because I got the camera and printer, both for Christmas one year. It did. 1998 in Japan, sweet. And it was manufactured into late 2002.
Wow.
And it is compatible with all Game Boy platforms with the exception of Game Boy Micro. The camera takes a 256 by 224 downscaled to half resolution on the unit with anti-aliasing. Aliasing. Fuck. Drink some more, Lyle. You can read. Black and white. It's all black and white pixelated images. It had some games on it that are real cool. It's like it's pretty much the Game & Watch games from Nintendo, like juggling. There's a shooter and like a track and field style game, and you can take a picture of yourself and it puts your face on the character in the game. That was pretty unprecedented at the time.
Yeah.
Me and Bandon were kind of losers, and then
we weren't kind of losers. We were just losers.
Yeah.
We still are.
You know how me and Bandon both got zeros in PE one year for not dressing out and playing video games and Pokemon cards. And
you're too fat to pass PE. 0.
That's cool. You know, our coach was literally like the coach off of Beavis and Butthead. He's like, yeah! Do some push-ups and give them ladies something to grab on to. Yeah! Sounded almost like James Hetfield. He's like, yeah! Ooh, yeah! But, anyways, me and Bandon and our friends Clint and Scotty filmed a movie. Dude, that sounds so bad. Filmed a movie with our...
In the locker room.
On top of the locker room, actually.
Yeah.
By the bleachers with my Game Boy Camera called The Butt from Mars. And it was literally Brandon's ass shaking and Clint walking by and seeing it and burning alive using the
and winter antennas on my ass.
Yeah, Brandon's ass had antennas coming off of it. And Clint fell down and died, and we made you could draw on the individual frames with a cheap little pencil tool. And we just made a bunch of blood run out of Clint, and then Scotty just come up and kicked Brandon in the ass and saved the day and killed the butt from Mars. And there was an end scene of Scotty just being like celebration of victory.
Yeah.
It was just a picture of our friend Scotty holding his fist up there yeah, I did it.
So yeah,
it was good times.
99 out of 100 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. So Steven Spielberg has been talking to us about doing the reboot.
Yeah, live action,
full color.
Yeah.
We're in the scripting phases right now. It's been tough.
Yeah, we'll be starting a Kickstarter soon.
It's taken us almost 20 years to write this movie.
It's pretty in depth.
It is. They had the Game Boy printer. Was an accessory.
You could
make
all
stickers.
The things from it.
Yeah, you make little stickers, and it also worked on some games that were coming out for Game Boy Color at the time, like Zelda, Link's Awakening DX. There's a camera shop on there, and you visit certain little areas in the game that gives you like a little picture icon. You could actually print those out in stickers and shit using Game Boy printer. Like you said, it was cool and it sucked. Like, now with the fact that your cell phone, your 3DS, anything can take a high quality picture.
Oh yeah, that was like you said, 25 or 256 by 240 something.
224.
So that's not even like half a kilopixel. So it's pretty damn low res.
Yeah, very badly. The focal length, I think, was like 20 centimeters. So it's fucking tiny. But for the time, it
was pretty sweet.
In the era it come out, people didn't have cell phones. They were still using fucking beepers.
Right.
So that was pretty impressive. Like, that was the first, like you said, that was the first selfie stick.
Yeah, the closest thing you came to that was Polaroids.
Yeah, exactly.
And, not many kids were walking around with Polaroids, So, it's pretty damn cool. I enjoyed it a lot. We fucked off a lot with it in PE.
The Game Boy Camera at the time had the Guinness World Record for being the world's smallest camera.
Really?
I mean, it's been broken, of course, since then, but at the time, it held the record as the smallest camera.
I can't imagine those things sell for much now, because unless you just have...
No, Vault had one not too long ago for still like $10. They're dirt cheap.
Yeah, because unless you just have nostalgia for it, there's no use for it at all. Yeah, there's Lyle's...
This is the very camera that lends the butt from Mars. I wish it still had that on here, but I've had to change the battery in it since then.
That camera is going to be in one of the film Hall of Fames.
Yeah, when Steven Spielberg, shit, dude, this is going on eBay for like $100 million when Steven Spielberg.
Bidding starts now.
Yep, bidding starts now. Check out Lyle Style 09 on eBay for all your Game Boy Camera needs.
Terms and conditions apply. Results may vary.
Yeah. Phones paid out.
This is the most unique Game Boy camera in the world. We got 30 of them. It's 100 million each.
Apparently the Japanese version had a bunch of differences in it.
Tentacle rape?
Yep. Actually, it's all tentacle rape and pachinko gambling minigames.
Okay. No shitting dick nipples?
There's no Mario stamps, but more Pokemon stamps. A few of the frames are actually Pokemon frames. This is weird. The edit page shows a birdhouse. There's an edit page where you can, like, do the different borders and stamps. But apparently the Japanese edit page shows a birdhouse, a doll, a face, and the word happy with a question mark.
Huh.
Weird.
Yeah.
But, that's Mario dances differently. That's about it, I guess.
How as cheap as they are, if you've never experienced it,
it's something fun to pick up because you can still make shitty little movies. Maybe we should remake The Butt from Mars.
Yeah,
ourselves and upload it to our webpage.
Uploading it might be tricky.
Yeah, I don't. Wonder if they make like a Game Boy cable to USB kind of thing.
Easiest and best option would be to take all the frames and then take a picture of them with a real camera and then just Photoshop it. You just have to get your lighting right and it'll be fine. Turn it into a GIF because there's no sound in it.
The Game Boy Camera, while we're at it, was used in popular media, according to the Wikipedia page.
What kind of popular media?
Neil Young. Like the Neil Young.
Oh yeah, he's like super anti-GMO dumb hippie now.
Well, the Game Boy Camera was used to take photographs for the album cover of Neil Young's Silver and Gold.
Okay then.
He's like, I'll use a Game Boy Camera because it doesn't put off harmful rays to me and my family. I can keep playing guitar and rocking in the free world. I think that was Neil Young. It was. I get Neil Young, Neil Diamond. I get all my Neils backwards. some Neil Diamond fans out there like, you son of a bitch. So it drives my house is lighted on fire tonight. Anywho, like Brandon said, if you get a chance to they're cheap. They're really cool to mess around with. And, I mean, the mini games on it are pretty fun. It's pretty much Nintendo Game & Watch games like juggling, the track and field game.
And you can put a picture of your dick in it. I mean,
you can. You can put an old picture of old meathead on there. And you can blast it with a little spaceship.
I mean, the cameras, you can't take a really big picture, but we all, you're not really well endowed anyway. So, I mean, go for it.
Apparently, they were planning on doing another version of it that never materialized. Go figure.
Yeah.
Nintendo had plans to release a successor to the Game Boy Camera called the Game Eye for Game Boy Advance.
And then cell phones happened.
Yep.
Guys, this isn't going to work.
Dude, I remember a guy that listens to us occasionally, Brock, had one of the very first cell phones that could take pictures. And it was one of those funky shaped ones. It was like round at the bottom and square at the top.
Yeah.
And I just remember being like, man, that's so badass. Takes bitmap pictures. But, yeah, that's what should be in your hands this week. Go check you out a Game Boy Camera. They're pretty cool. Very rudimentary. But
all right. Well, this week we're talking random games, but you want to do Half-Life for next week?
Yeah, because I kind of forgot we were going to do that this week.
Well,
I haven't got a chance to play Half-Life, and I really want to play through it again.
Yeah.
I've got it loaded on my PC, but I haven't got to play it yet.
So next week, I think we're going to do Half-Life, because it's not that hard to get through the game with the limited time that we got. So
I spent a lot of time in that game just killing scientists.
Oh, yeah. 2 will take a lot longer, so 2 will come in another
I've never
day.
played 2, but Vault's got a copy for like $4 on Xbox, so I'm just going to pick up a console version and do a blaze.
You got a PC, man.
You got a copy of Half-Life 2?
I could pirate it. I might have a spare copy. I don't know. Look at my Steam account.
Look at your steamy shit.
Yeah.
Look at your old steamy pile of shit.
Is there any holidays? There's no holidays coming up. I don't say if there's a holiday for sale, you can get it for practically nothing.
4th of July is the next holiday, ain't it? Do people still celebrate that?
Yeah. Yeah, Steam does. Summer sale.
Cool.
I'm sure someone out here can get you a copy of it dirt fucking cheap if I don't have a spare. Hell, you can always sell the 7 Cs for it too. It's worth it because it plays so much better with a mouse. It's night and day. But anyways, this week...
Figured I'd get scolded for that.
No. This week, random games. My random game is actually the Steam port of a Genesis game, because it's one that was given in that free pack a few weeks back. It was Golden Axe, the original Golden Axe. And I gotta say, they went above and beyond to recreate the console experience. It was pretty fucking awesome.
Nice.
I started up, I always go through the options in the game when I first get it, and so I know what I can and can't do. It has a lot of different video versions. So the main one that I used was TV mode, which emulates the scan line. So it looks like on my LCD monitor, it's got all the scan lines from the CRT. So it looks really, really similar to playing it on your old school TV.
Very nice.
You can also have it play in the native aspect ratio and resolution. So it is not stretched, it's not compressed or anything, because these old games weren't made for widescreen. That's one thing about some emulators and stuff, is it'll stretch them out and it looks like shit. So they gave you options here. If you wanted it stretched out, you could, but you could be a man and play it the way it was meant to be played. So that's what I did. I went man mode. It also has save states. Do with that what you will. You ain't got to use it. But yeah, the original Golden Axe. You pick one of your 3 characters, which is like the stereotypical warrior, the stereotypical barbarian lady, and what was the third?
It's like a midget,
like a thief type person.
Wizard.
Yeah, you start off the game and it's almost like an episode of He-Man. It's like, Death Adder has invaded the castle and he's taken the king and princess prisoners. Blah blah blah. Play this game.
Have some, will you?
Yeah. First time, it's pretty damn awesome.
I love Golden Axe, man.
Yeah, and they only got battery up to through 3, I think.
Yeah, the original, arcade ports.
Yeah. One of those things I can't wait to play on my arcade game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So good. It's when Sega had shit really down pat.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially, the controls for this for a 3-button controller, which is kind of awkward on my Xbox 360 controller, but because it was designed for the 3 buttons in a row. But I got around it anyways. Your buttons are jump, attack, and special. Jumping is jumping, obviously. Attacking varied depending on what state your enemy you were beside was in. So if he's standing up and you're standing up, you just swing your sword at him. If they're on their knees, you bash them in the head with your hilt.
Yeah.
And then you can pick them up at a certain point and throw them at other enemies, which is really cool. Special, you get these little magic potions or powders, I don't recall. And you pop your special and it uses all of them. So if you have 5 of them, it just blows off 5 of them. And I guess it's more powerful. I never really could tell because there's no health meters on anything to really judge.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's more powerful. But there's almost like a soft screen wipe. If you only used 1, you might not kill anything, but you'll hurt everything on the screen. If you use 5 of them, it might kill most of the weaker shit on the screen. The most use I found for it was just giving yourself breathing room when you got surrounded.
Shit gets cluttered up.
Yep.
Screen clear.
Yeah, you blast them, they all fall down, and you can go whack on one of them and clear some guys out before they gang up on you again. It's also got a sprint, what you get by just double tapping a direction, and then when you attack, while sprinting, you shoulder tackle, which is also really useful for clearing guys.
Yeah, you can clear multiple people if they're standing close to each other. Can you not?
Yep. The AI though is fairly dickish in that it's smart enough to see that you're coming at it for shoulder tackle, and it'll put its sword out there for you to impale yourself on. One thing I would love about it, it's Golden Axe, is all the little midget gnomes or whatever the fuck they are that crawl around on the screen, and you go kick them and get magic powder from them.
Yeah, that's kind of cheap, man. You're beating them things smaller and weaker than you.
I fucking deserve it. Fuck midgets. Yeah, I'm going there.
What if we have a midget listener?
Fuck them.
They might show up and stomp your ass.
Then I would become a midget. That's how that works.
If you're beaten by a midget, you become a midget?
Yeah.
Shit.
I believe it was
I better watch out.
Patton Oswalt who relayed that information to me. In the beginning, there was one angry midget, and then he beat up somebody, and that guy became a midget. And that's how midgets procreate. You don't get your ass beat by a midget, you become a midget. But if you hit a midget on the head with a mallet, you get 3 gold coins.
Fuck yeah. I need all the gold coins I can get.
Or in the world of Golden Axe, magic powder.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
All about some magic powder.
Just like with the original Golden Axe, every time you kill somebody or you die, they emit this horrible death scream, and it stops the music to do it. So it's just really abrupt.
I do remember. That's one thing I do remember. And they do that. It's like the slow thing where they're like,
yeah. It gets pretty annoying pretty quick, and though I do appreciate that they didn't fix that in the port, they kept it true. So you experience all its ups and all its downs. So
you're there for the whole emotional journey.
They easily could have made it to where the music continues to play through all that, but no, the music stops.
They want you to feel that death and be like, you fucked up.
The music audibly stops to silence for just a few milliseconds, then the music starts again.
Nice.
Or another part is when you get to a village that the monsters are all invading. It's on fire and shit, and all the villagers run out of it while you're approaching it, and they just emit this really high pitched just squealing noise. And it's supposed to be them screaming, but it's just like.
You're just kind of keep making noise like that. I'm gonna let you die.
Yeah. One of the coolest things about the game is enemies will come at you on mounts, and then if you beat their ass, you knock them off the mount, then you get on the mount and beat their ass with their own mount.
That's cool.
But also, if you get knocked off, and not just the person who had the mount, but any enemy at all will steal the mount back. So, even douchebag skeleton number 32 will get on the Beast Mistress's mount and fuck your shit up with it. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. But the mounts, you started off, the first mounts you can get is some little, like, mini Triceratops-looking lizard guy with those tail whips. And eventually you get, like, fire-breathing raptors and shit, which is pretty cool. I never could beat the game.
I used to own a fire-breathing raptor.
Did you?
I did.
Sweet.
Yeah, when I lived on Isla Sorna, out in the ocean.
Okay.
That was a long time ago, though.
Many moons ago.
I was working at a place called Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Needless to say, I ended up drawing unemployment because everybody knows how that turned out.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't know the magic word, did you?
No.
Newman.
God damn it.
But yeah, that's about it. For those that know, Golden Axe isn't any different. Which is awesome.
Game.
Yeah, awesome, good port of it. I don't think you can still get it for free, but if
you can probably still get it really cheap.
Yeah, if you want something, a good emulation of it, get the Steam version. It's way better than what you could play on any emulators. It's pretty damn.
You can pick it up if you got a Sega Genesis. You can pick Golden Axe up pretty cheap.
Yeah,
it's in the 6-pack.
Yeah,
6-pack's like a $15 game. And you get
like
all the
games.
You get like Sonic, Golden Axe, Streets of Rage, which is we could do a whole episode on Streets of Rage.
Yeah,
but that's awesome. Golden Axe is a great game.
Yeah,
I've wasted many a quarter on like Golden Axe 3.
Yeah,
because I think Golden Axe 3 is the one Pasquale's had for a while.
Yeah. This game, the arcade mode, it lets you do arcade or Genesis mode. I did arcade mode, and it gives you 3 credits, and that's all you got. So
Genesis mode, I think you probably get like 5 or something.
I think
or
so.
you get a little more.
I know the Genesis
continues.
mode ends like halfway through the game compared to arcade.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Genesis mode, I think the main boss is Mini Death Adder, like the big Black Knight dude. He's like in level 3 or 4 or some shit like that. That's the end of the Genesis one, if I recall. But the arcade one goes for like 8 levels versus the 3 or 4 in Genesis.
Size is obviously an issue, porting it to the home.
Yeah. Size matters, ladies.
It does.
There's a Sal for that.
I thought about visiting King Sal's website. I got some mighty odd itches that hit me every now and then.
Yeah, I've been hit with a bad case of goat's butt.
That's
rough.
That's horrible to see. Well, the game I'm going to talk about that I've been playing is considered a classic. But I'm going to go ahead and just put myself in the open here on it. I'm a huge Zelda fan, and I am talking about a Zelda game. But I will say this is one of... I haven't beaten Phantom Hourglass, haven't beaten Minish Cap, and I haven't beaten Skyward Sword. And I haven't beaten the one I'm talking about tonight, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. A lot of people felt that way. I still kind of feel that way. But I do like this game, just simply because I have a lot of memories of playing this with my grandpa. And I have a lot of memories of my grandpa being like, fuck this game.
I did like the music in the game.
Oh, yeah, dude. Great music.
Yeah.
The opening,
yeah.
I like the opening, too, where it's just the sword and the stone, like at night, and you see, like, the shooting star.
Yeah.
And the music cues in, you see Adventure of Link. Oh, man, you're in such a grand adventure until you press the fucking start button.
Yes.
Adventure of Link came out in 88 here. It came out in America almost 2 years after it came out in Japan. I think because they didn't really brace for the impact that this one was going to have. The main reason, if you've never played Adventure of Link, Zelda 2, it changes shit up 150%.
Yeah. But, back then, Nintendo's in the oddball sequel phase. Especially here in America.
Mario 2, Zelda 2, Snake's Revenge, a really inferior sequel to... unofficial sequel, almost, to Metal Gear.
Yeah.
The reason this...
Simon's Quest.
Simon's Quest, yeah, big time. There was a lot of fucking oddball sequels, weren't there?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Anyways, that could be a whole episode. Pretty much, they tried to add the original Zelda, of course, top-down, straightforward action. You stab something, it dies. You collect an item, you fight a boss, you beat a dungeon. Puzzles. Everybody knows Zelda. This took that and tried changing the formula and adding role-playing elements, but also adding side-scrolling elements. Instead of just walking top-down, you do have a top-down menu where you guide Link, and random monsters appear on the map as you're walking.
Yeah, the overworld.
On the overworld.
I fucking hated the overworld.
The overworld sucks shit on this. You usually have like one prone monster, I'm assuming like a Stalfo or something like that, and you got two little blobs that usually appear when you walk around. Depending on what surface you're standing on when you come in contact with a monster, if you're on the road and you hit a monster, it'll spawn you into like a road area, and there will be no enemies. You're safe. But if you step off in the grass or a wooded area, or heaven fucking forbid you step off into a swamp and get hit by a monster, it puts you in that designated area. And it is fucking relentless. There's usually multiple enemies that shoot multiple projectiles at you. Some of them fly directly at you. Some of them just shoot shit at you. You do all that. The things are very vague. There's multiple towns in this one. And each town has something you have to do. It'll be like, and it's full of that fucking vague Nintendo shit.
Yeah.
You'll go into a cave and Link will find this little angel-looking statue and hold it above his head. Doesn't tell you what the fuck it is or what you do. You go to the towns and there's women in red who will be standing in front of their house and you can talk to them and they'll be like, "Come in for a little bit," and they'll heal your health. They'll give Link old suck off in the house. And then there's a little magic woman that gives him a butt-fuckering of magic power.
Wasn't there the I Am Air NPC in this one?
Mm-hmm. And I know this because when you first... Error is in... Rayu, I think is the name of the town. Or Ragu? Something like that. And when you first go up to him, he just says, "I'm Error."
Yeah.
And that's it. But later on, you get to a further away town, and somebody will be like, "Talk to Error in this town," and he'll give you a pass to open a bridge. And you go talk to him, he'll be like, "Give my note to the Riverman." And then you'll go see the Riverman, he'll be like, I see that you know Error. I can help you." He'll like open the bridge. You gotta, the dungeons you go to on this are fucking stupid.
I recall trying some of them, and I was like, "Fuck this."
They're side-scrolling. It's you get a bunch of different magic attacks. First one you get is a shield. Then you get a jump ability. You get a life ability where you're able to like use over half of your magic to recharge your life, and you get an ability to turn Link into a fairy to like fly through little areas you can't reach by jumping and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that sucks is it's side-scrolling. So you use your magic and you enable this effect. When you clear one screen and go to the next, you start back as basic Link without your fucking magic.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to strategically plan out when you're going to use this shit throughout the dungeon. And the dungeon is filled with the most terrible abominations of bullshit you can imagine. There is blue knights, which throw knives. And all the knights and enemies, I must add, are able to attack you up high or down low. So, for example, a red guard comes up to you and stabs at you up high 3 times. You got to block up high those 3 times and try to throw in a low blow. And then when you throw in that low blow, he'll start stabbing you on bottom. So you got to kind of judge where he's going to stab at next. And that is constant in the game. especially like red knots and orange knots take like 3 hits kill. Red knots take like 5 to 6, depending on your level.
That's a bunch of horse cocker.
Dude, they land like 2 fucking hits on you before you can even solidly land 1 most of the time. And I hate to say it, 'cause I've never beaten Zelda 2, and I'm playing this currently on my 3DS, so save states are fucking helping me. I'm just trying to beat it for the first time and get through it. I haven't looked up anything. It's all on exploration and shit, where I found everything, but had not been for save states, because here's another bummer. You get into a fucking palace way the fuck off here on the separate island away from the game, and you die there, it starts you back in fucking Zelda's palace, and you got to traverse all the way back there, and you only got 3 lives.
Yeah, it's definitely a bunch of horse cockery.
It is fucking difficult, and people bitching and moaning about this game the way they did is the reason this is the only Zelda game that is like this.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there is no other Zelda game like this at all.
I'm sorry, I'm concerned there's no Zelda game like this, because this is a Zelda game. This is a fan hack.
It's, they really tried doing the role-playing shit, because, you get XP pretty much and get the level Link up, but you get to level health, attack, or magic up.
It's like one of their designers or whatever played through the first Legend of Zelda, and he decided to make a whole game based on the worst part in the first Legend of Zelda, which was the side, like the weird side-scrolling-ish dungeon areas, where you'd come down a ladder to get an item and all these fucking bats that you couldn't do shit about because you
can't fucking shoot your sword up or anything.
Right.
It's just simply side to side.
Exactly. So they had decided to make a whole game based on that shit experience.
Which makes me think there's an NES remix level where you play. I got unlocked. It's a remix level where you play. It's a Donkey Kong, and it's where you pull the pins out with the flames. Mm-hmm. But you play as Link, and you can't jump.
Oh shit!
Fucking nightmare. But it's cool. You have to figure out how to strategically pull those pins and dodge all, because you can't jump and get the hammer. You can't jump anything. You're Link. You're forever doomed to walk on the ground and never get above that. This is the only Zelda game, I might add, that uses a life system. Like multiple lives. Other than the CDI exclusive games, Zelda 1 of Gamelon and Link Faces of Evil. Those are the only other 2 games that use a life feature.
Those are echelons that you do not want to join.
If you don't know anything about those 2 Zelda titles I just named off, there's a good reason you don't know anything about them. It'll ruin your life. Don't look them up.
Yeah.
You'll have to have a salve for the chafing it'll do to your asshole after seeing that.
He will look like a puckered cat's ass.
He will. It'll make you, your wife, your kid's face, all of them just look like that.
Yeah.
It's for what it is, it's not a bad game. It's a bad game, but then again, it's not. Because it's actually still kind of fun to play. If you like Mario, the platforming element kind of adds, because you can jump and dodge a lot of attacks and shit. But in the same sense, it makes the game extremely fucking difficult. Pretty much the plot of this one is it's a bunch of years after the events of the first Zelda. Link is like 16-year-old now, and he notices like he's got the fucking Triforce mark on his hand and all that. And pretty much Zelda is been put in a sleeping spell, which here's a really weird thing. The Zelda that is in The Legend of Zelda is not the same Zelda that is in The Adventure of Link.
Really?
But the Link in Adventure of Link is the same.
Which is that the only Zeldas with the exact same Link?
I think so. Other than Link to the Past and Link's Awakening.
Is that the same Link? Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds?
No.
It's not?
Link Between Worlds is 100 years after Link to the Past.
Okay.
Like, the big rumor is the man in Link Between Worlds that trained you and shit, because some of the stuff it says is Old Man Link.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not confirmed, but it's like 100 years after. So, well, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask has the same Link. That's it. Other than this one and Link to the Past. Link's Past, Link's Awakening, Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, and then Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are the only ones I think that have the same Link. I'm trying to...
No.
Oh, I'm trying to read right here so I can, try to sum the story up. Because that's really confused me, too, as to why that's not the same Zelda. But
they've kind of, mishmashed the universe together.
They fucked the timeline up.
Because they didn't make this, the Zelda series with intention of being, a continuous
franchise.
Universe.
Well, yeah, even, Four Swords Adventures was meant to be, a party game. And in the official Nintendo timeline, they figured out a way to tie that into the official.
And I'm sure Hyrule Warriors is somewhere there, even though it's not really...
Yeah, see, it's Hyrule Warriors and Triforce Heroes and all them. They've come out since they released the official timeline. So they've yet to... I'm
sure they're shoehorned in there.
Yeah, somehow. It just says, I looked it up. Impa tells Link that the maiden sleeping in the chamber is Zelda, but not the Zelda from the first game, the Princess of Hyrule from long ago, and the origin of the Legend of Zelda. Zelda's brother had tried to force her into telling their recently deceased father's secrets concerning the last of 3 sacred gold triangles of the Kingdom Triforce. Zelda refused to reveal its location, and the prince's wizard friend, in anger, tried to strike her down with a spell. She fell under a sleeping spell. So, you save, in the first one, Zelda's ancestor, I guess?
Yeah.
And then this is the actual old-ass Zelda that sparked the original Legend. Way to go, Nintendo!
Is that the only one where Zelda has a sibling?
I guess so.
And a father, for that matter.
She's got a father, and you never see him, but it's implied, like an Ocarina of Time.
Obviously she was born somehow, but it's the only one that really speaks to her. Yeah, and Ocarina did, because you had to go around the castle guards and all this horse shit.
It said, the prince, filled with remorse and unable to reverse the spell, had his sister placed in the castle tower in hope that she would one day be awakened, and he decreed that princesses born to the royal family from that point on would be named Zelda in remembrance of this tragedy. See, that again fucks me up, because that gives an explanation of why all their ancestors are named Zelda.
Yeah.
Link to the Past takes place 100 years before these two.
Yeah.
She was already Princess Zelda back then. You fucking idiot!
Maybe it was a common family name, then he's just like, yep, well, now it's a permanent name.
I'm pretty sure that it is like you said it is, and Nintendo did not intend on having a franchise on their hands.
Well, I think that not so much a franchise, but a continuous universe.
Yeah, they wanted...
Because back then, that sort of thing really wasn't done.
I just got a news alert on my thing that said Nintendo marketing employee fired after online campaign accused her of censorship.
Cool.
That happened. That's my random game. Zelda
you know what
2.
we forgot to do because we haven't had one in so long?
Yeah, little bitch boy called us in, so we'll go ahead and get past our random segment and see what little bitch boy David has to say about one of our favorite places to get our video games from.
Yeah, we got us a Vault Game of the Week finally.
Yay!
Hey, it's David at Vault Games. I was going to call him the Game of the Week. It's been a few weeks. Sorry
No
about
shit.
that. We're in the midst of moving.
Yeah.
But the Game of the Week is going to be Shooting Range on the NES. Actually gives more use for the Zapper than Duck Hunt. Y'all have a good cast, guys.
Yeah, it does have more use for the Zapper than Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt, you just shoot the ducks and try to shoot the dog because you fucking hate the dog. Shooting Range has 4 different levels, and is the only Nintendo game that I know of where you get to shoot Native Americans.
This game should be called America the Video Game.
Yes. When you pick it up, there's freedom dropping off of it.
You gotta. You're shooting Indians because they're littering everywhere.
Yeah.
You're crying and you're mad about it.
Yeah, one of them is like this old open desert, and there's Native Americans / Indians. There's this ducks or birds of some sort. They look like ducks, but they're not ducks because ducks don't live in the desert.
Duck birds.
Yeah, duck birds. And then there's like random cowboys who like fly across the screen real quick. I know there's a haunted house level where there's these like mud looking Pac-Man dudes. There's mummies. There's gargoyle things and ghosts.
Every evil Nintendo stipulation.
Yeah, there's a couple other levels too, but yeah, the main thing, shoot Native Americans. I love shooting people, especially when they're a minority.
That's terrible. My great grandmother was
Alabama.
Was full-blooded Indian, and my great grandfather was full-blooded Irish. And like my grandpa was telling me that story, and I was just kind of like, how do you feel about the fact that our great grandfather probably pressured her into being his wife? He was like, look, if you don't want us to burn down your fucking hut, you're gonna marry me. Way to go, Grandpa.
Oh, yeah.
You bastard.
Freedom and oppression.
Yep.
Go together.
Well, I'm glad David called us in. I'll cut him a little slack. He's still a bitch, but I'll cut him a little slack because they are vaults in the midst of moving right now. And
they are.
They got a lot of stuff going. And David's moving houses in the middle of this.
Man, that shit's just going around, ain't it?
Yeah, dude. Like, everybody's moving. It's moving on up.
Speaking of, in the episode after next one, probably going to have to skip because I'm going to be moving.
Play that boo noise for you moving. Because moving sucks shit.
Yeah, but I'm getting a lot nicer place. So
that's all right.
That much will make it better. So yeah, one more episode after this, and then we might be skipping a week. I'll know for sure next week if that's going to be the case.
I'll take a week off and help you move your shit.
Yeah. It's that time we get a little hot and steamy.
You just spit on it the right way and just rub on it.
Oh yeah, there's your salve for that.
I'm making my own salve.
My man salve.
Ugh.
Tonight's hot and steamy is Dino D-Day. I
seen this on my Steam list the other day, and I did not inquire a fucking thing about it, but I did see it.
It says developed by 800 North and Digital Ranch, and I can't read my handwriting. It's like 2000 something. Published by Valve though. Uses a Source engine, and it started as a Day of Defeat mod. It's a multiplayer first-person shooter. Your standard first-person shooter game modes: deathmatch, capture the flag, blah 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 blah. But the cool thing is, even though this thing's got generally shit reviews, I really like the concept of it. It's an alternate World War II history where Hitler found a way to resurrect dinosaurs and use them for war. Fucking, that alone is perfect. That's the best game ever. I don't care if the rest of the game is fucking pissing in a bucket. That's a great game.
What's that movie that just Iron Sky?
Iron Sky is awesome, and then Iron Sky 2 is coming out soon. This year.
It's not out yet. Right?
Yeah, it's not out yet. I'm gonna definitely check it out as soon as it happens because Iron Skies 1 was awesome. But yeah, the Axis, they got dinosaurs, so it kind of lopsides it to where everyone wants to play the Axis in this game because Allies have all human classes except for one dinosaur, which is a Protoceratops, which is like a small midget Triceratops, but that has a machine gun on its back, and it can do headbutts and shit. It's cool, but it's just one dinosaur. The Axis, on the other hand, have a multitude of dinosaurs. They're mostly dinosaurs, and I know some of it kind of depends on the map you're playing. You get different choices, and different things can happen. One of them is the Compy, the Compsognathus. I'm not good at dinosaur names, but the Compy.
Yeah, the little bitty irritating one.
Yes.
Fucked everybody in the Lost World.
One of the cooler ones in here, I think, because you can go claw the shit out of people, and you do kind of a lot of damage. But it is it's the bomb runner for the Axis. It has a stick of dynamite strapped to its back, and somehow, for whatever reason, the Nazis figured out how to make the explosion bigger the more people you kill with your claws. So the more people you kill with your claws,
you feed this bomb
yes.
blood or some shit on your back.
It's got a Das Motto Suchus. I'm sure I'm killing the name.
I've never even heard of this dinosaur.
It's like a big plated quadruped plant eater. It's the tank though. It's literally got a tank turret on its back.
Is it the thing that's like got the spiked tail and shit?
Kind of, yeah. The spikes run horizontal. It's not like a round spiked tail. It's not like a Stegosaurus tail. So it's almost like a big armadillo, I would say, with the lizard tail.
Okay.
It's got the Dilophosaurus. In Jurassic Park, it was the spitter. It doesn't spit in this game for whatever reason. I don't know if that was as inaccurate in Jurassic Park. I'm not up to game on my dinosaur shit, other than the dinosaurs are cool. So again, I'm butchering these names. But it's got main attack as a headbutt. But if you kill somebody, you can fling their body at other players and kill them with the body you flung.
That's awesome.
And there's goats around these levels. You can kill the goats, then pick them up and fling them at people too. So you can kill players with goats, which doesn't happen in many games. So it's pretty cool.
That sounds badass.
The Microraptor, which is like a feathered raptor, which we now know that raptors are feathered anyways.
Yeah.
But it's a smaller raptor. It can glide. It can spit venom to blind opponents. And it can hang on walls with its claws and ambush people. So you can just hang on the side of a wall or up above an alleyway or something. Someone runs through there, you can just fall down and maul them. Another one was the Stygimoloch. It's a roughly human-sized bipedal dinosaur with a machine gun mounted on its back, and it has a headbutt attack. It's almost like your standard grunt dinosaur. Velociraptor is your stealth class, and it's pretty damn lethal. You can, obviously sneak around, but you can pounce on people, and you kill them pretty fucking quick when you pounce on somebody. But beside that, you can just swipe with your claws, and it can jump really high. And
that's cool.
And my favorite is when you're playing this Axis on a specific map, you are randomly chosen to be a T-Rex. And the T-Rex is a bad motherfucker. The T-Rex has dual machine guns mounted like on the side of its head, or its shoulders rather.
Nice.
And it can trample over people, throw bombs at them. It's just a bad motherfucker. It's really easy to die as a T-Rex because you're a gigantic fucking target, and you can't go in like small areas where people hide with their missile launchers and shit. But it's still fucking cool to be a giant ass T-Rex with machine guns.
Well, fuck yeah, dude.
So even what time you get with it is a fucking joy. From a technical standpoint, the game's kind of lacking. It's not the most balanced for obvious reasons. I mean, you're throwing humans against dinosaurs with machine guns, but it's still fucking fun. You can win as the allies. It's not impossible. Different maps are balanced different ways. It's not, you wouldn't come to this game expecting a competitive shooter. It's not meant for that. It's fucking fun with dinosaurs and Nazis. So,
it is what a video game is supposed to be. Fun.
Yeah, and being that it's on the Source engine and stuff, most computers can run it. So, check it out. You can get it dirt cheap usually. I think the retail price is $10, but it goes on sale a whole lot. So, to sweat it out, next big sale you'll get it for like $2 or some shit. So I'm going to say Dino D-Day is hot and steamy.
Swing. Very nice. We got some questions? Or some answers?
Yeah, answer for our question of the week. Let me pull up the old question of the week. Our question of the week was, what video game... Wait, hold on. We never
answered it last week, did we?
We never did ask Steve Stevenson's question, so Herbly Bird. Whoops. Shit the bed on that one.
I just shit the bed.
Shit the bed. So, Steve, I'm sorry. We'll ask you a question another time because I want to ask this question. What video game title do you use to describe your significant other?
Oh my god, dude! I got some. Dude, I'm thinking.
Altered Beast. Like.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Yeah, I'm sorry we shit the bed on that last question. Like I've been so busy and with work and moving and shit.
Life happens, man.
It does happen.
We pointed that out at the beginning of the episode.
Let's see what else. I think that's about it. I did want to talk about get a slight rage rant off my chest.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
Fucking get mad. You want a shot of whiskey?
Give me a shot of whiskey.
Have at thee. Shit. This is amazing. This is like getting a Christmas present in July. It ain't even fucking July yet. In March.
You didn't tell me that was Seagram soda.
Sorry, it's old lady's whiskey. I didn't have no cinnamon bitch whiskey for us to consume this evening.
My vagina is displeased.
This Saturday we can consume some cinnamon bitch whiskey if you'd like to.
Anyways, you know that movie Zootopia?
I do.
With the
I know what it's the new Pixar movie, right?
Yeah, but animals in like a modern day world, you know,
cops and detectives and shit.
Yeah.
Did you go watch this movie?
No. But there's a slight chance I will. And apparently, furries have been going to this film dressed up in their furry horse shit, acting like fucking idiots. Yeah. Shaking your head.
There's nothing. Yeah, I'm just shaking my head.
This is a fucking kids movie. You know, don't bring it in your sick ass fucking
sexually explicit fucking gyrating horse head.
Yeah, don't be bringing in your fucking fetishes to a kids movie. If I go to a fucking theater and I see you furry fucks there doing stupid ass shit, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna go to jail. It'll be worth it.
You'll fuck a brony right the fuck up, ain't you?
I'll go to jail and you'll go to the hospital. That's just how it is. I don't give a shit if you like fucking flea-ridden wolf pussies, if you like worm-infested horse buttholes.
There's a sound for that.
I don't give a fuck what you beat your meat to at home. Don't bring that shit into a movie theater with kids. You know, we've all got our own little fetishes and shit. I like chicks with big tits, but that didn't mean I went to the fucking theaters when Tomb Raider came out.
Dressed up like a chick with big tits.
I didn't go to fucking see Tomb Raider with like shit, like wearing a shirt talking about how I love titties or something.
A bottle of Jergens in your back pocket.
I did like every other self-respecting pervert. I went to the back row and beat my meat under my jacket.
He buttered the popcorn in the back row.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it in a civilized fucking world. Don't come here sitting in the front row howling at fucking wolves and shit when they're dancing because you're a fucking sick ass asshole. Fuck that shit. Don't do that shit around my kids. I will beat your ass.
That's fucked up though. Like, to each their own. Whatever you like and all, but knowingly going to a fucking Disney movie and doing that shit. Come on, man. Like, I understand why you're mad.
Yeah,
that's pretty fucked up.
Don't sexualize shit that my kids like, and my kids are going to be around. You know, that's not pedophilia, but it's pedophilia adjacent. It's kind of close. So fuck right off.
That's the first step.
Yeah,
like, it leads down a fucking dark and narrow, twisted path.
And I've seen shit I've read online, there's almost like a rift in the furry community. There's the furries, and then there's I think it's otherkin. Have you heard of that?
I have not. Okay. This is all news to me, man.
I could be wrong, because I'm not one of these sick fucks. But, and I know...
I have a friend that's a furry, but he does it in the privacy
that's fine.
Of his home with his old lady.
Yeah. You know,
they dress up as cats and lick each other, I guess. I don't...
You know, I have my old lady toss my salad once in a while. It's whatever you do. But I don't do it in theaters.
Not that kind of theater, anyways. Pee Wee Herman theater.
What was I saying? I got
distracted. Talking about the riff in the furry community.
There's the regular ass furries who are into like I said, flea-ridden wolf pussies and horse cocks and shit. And then there's the other kin who supposedly are like they're animals trapped in human bodies, so they're different. And the furries are
oh my god!
And the furries are saying, "Oh well, those guys are just mentally ill. We're perfectly normal, though." I'm like, "No, you're both fucking mentally ill. You like wolf dicks."
Flea-ridden wolf dicks, mind you.
So I'm not gonna go too much more into this. I just had to talk about that. It pissed me off.
I mean, it's fucked up though, man. Like,
yeah. Read it on fucking Blu-ray when it comes out, and bang your eyes out to it, jack your shit to it there. Don't do it around my kids.
That's agreed with. I mean, shit, dude, that's really fucked up. That just kind of makes me kind of not want to go watch a Pixar movie anymore. I mean, not that I go watch many Pixar movies to begin with. But.
And I'll say that they're not all like this. I've seen posts of them saying, "Hey, guys, fuck off, this is a kid's movie, don't do this shit," but a lot of them still do, because I don't understand why you have to go in the public and show off your sexual fetishes. There's not many groups that do that.
I guess that was like, as fucked up as it is, that's probably a turn on for them to show that probably. Shit off, Ugh. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to be weird and freaky and shit, but do it at home. Not around nobody. Especially a bunch of fucking kids at a goddamn Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's a fucking Disney movie.
Yeah.
Aimed at children. It ain't really that much different because kids watch everything, but it's a fucking animated movie precisely directed toward the audience of children.
Exactly. If it was fucking, I don't know.
Furry Fuck Fest movie.
Backdoor Wolf Sluts number 9.
In the Pee Wee Herman Theater, by all means. But it's not. You're going to fucking Carmack to watch Zootopia, and there's a guy dressed as a squirrel and a bitch dressed as a rabbit dry fucking each other in the back row, and you don't know what kind of liquids are splashing on the back of your neck. You don't want to know what kind of liquids are splashing on the back of your neck.
So yeah.
I agree with you.
Fuck that shit. Fuck them.
Well, nice little return to Rage Rant. That was unexpected and exciting.
Awesome. So,
we got a phone number.
Yeah, 682-777-GOOD. Or if you don't know how to turn numbers into letters, or letters into numbers, whoop derp derp, 682-777-4663.
Call us.
You should.
You should. Gives us wood.
Mm-hmm.
Your vaginas have done turned into stone at this point.
Even your wolf pussies will turn to stone.
Yep. Stone wolf pussy is not a pretty sight.
No.
It's like a mound of concrete with hair on it. Anyways, you can find us at...
It's like a rock covered in daddy long legs.
You just kind of tap it, it squirms. Just give it a little gentle love nudging. Just makes that noise.
Like fisting a jar of jelly.
I can find the whole strawberry at the bottom. Anyways, you can find us on our Facebook, Good Old Gamers Podcast. Find us on our webpage, goodoldgamers.com. Twitcher, or Stitcher. Twitcher. You can find us on Twitch, Stitcher. We don't do anything on Twitch, by the way, really.
Not yet. Once we get into video, we'll start live streaming.
Once all the moving and shit has subsided, we're fixing to really start cranking on the YouTube live streaming and all that bullshit. iTunes reviews are nice. We enjoy them. We like hearing what you have to say, whether it's naughty or nice about us. We enjoy hearing it. YouTube, you can find us on there. We're on Google Plus.
Twitter. At Good Old Gamers.
Hit us up at Lyle or Bandon at goodoldgamers.com. Listen, like, and share our shit. That would be most appreciated.
Sharing helps us a lot, like especially sharing links to the site. For those of you who don't know how Google works, Google ranks your sites and shit based on not just the traffic, but the number of backlinks too. So like it sees how many people have linked to your shit on the internet, and the more links you got, the more valid it deems your site. So the higher up you get in the search. So we're actually ranked pretty damn high when searching for like retro gaming podcasts and stuff. So just keep that along. That helps us become more visible, which is half the fucking battle in being a podcast, because there's so fucking many podcasts and websites out there. Just getting some kind of notoriety at all is really the main battle of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And it literally doesn't take you a minute to like just copy the link and share it.
Yep.
Even if you don't listen, all you gotta do is be like, "Hey guys, check these dudes out. They're pretty funny." Or they're fucking terrible. Whatever you want to say, just as long as you throw that link up there.
Yeah, go on Tumblr with all your furry friends and throw a link to our site and get us a lot of hate mail sent. I would love to read all the hate mail from that shit.
I would too, man. That'd be great.
That would make my night. So, someone please do that.
Make it happen. We like to hear your pain and misery.
Yes, I want to hear.
Makes our lives feel a little bit more unmundane, I guess.
Yes, all the Tumblr social justice warriors. I want their tears. Send them to me.
In bottles.
Yes.
We'll lube our dicks when we're thinking about you with them.
We will.
But anywho, hit us up. We'll be coming back at you in just a few short days. We'll be recording again. That's it, I guess.
Yep.
And until then, game over, man.
Game over.
Please don't go. The drones need you. They look up to you.